What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here. We're back with a new update, and I think you know where this is going. We have Hildryn now officially in-game, and she is definitely different from some of the other frames we've had. I've only spent, a little bit of time with her, but I'm definitely seeing that there's some, sort of uniqueness to her, and I think I'm going to have a bit of fun playing around with this frame. I will personally admit I'm more excited for Wisp than I am Hildryn, but I am actually pleasantly surprised that I like Hildryn as much as I do, which is pretty cool. So, I'm going to jump on over here and we're going to take a look at some of the new things that came with this update real quick, and then I'll do a quick demonstration of what's going on with the new Melee 3.0 system. Ortis, can you shut up? Thank you. Alright, so one thing that I do also want to throw out there is this the fact that the abilities tab has changed when it comes to some of the Warframes and whatnot, which is pretty nice. It does allow you to hover over and take a look at the individual abilities, and it also gives you kind of this little video going on with it, which is pretty cool as well. You'll see those for each one of the abilities. Now, I don't think every single frame is incorporated in this new system just yet, but it's definitely a pretty interesting new change. Now, part of the cool thing about it is this section right here is the tips. And the tips will give you different information in how to build your frame properly, which is going to tie into things like, for instance, Hildryn does not have an energy pool because she consumes shields. So you want to build for shield capacity, stuff like that. You'll see that in a number of frames, such as Inaros will be only a health pool, so you'll want to focus on vitality and avoid using, shield mods, stuff like that. And it'll also give you this little passive tab over here. But the base stats thing is still here, so you can check out base stats versus just regular stats, But the best part about this, in my opinion, is when you come up here to upgrades and you start building your frame, you can actually see pretty much real time over here how those mods are affecting your builds. So for instance, if I wanted to take off my efficiency and add strength, or if I wanted to upgrade a mod or whatnot, and instead of going all the way back to your abilities tab, you can just hover over your skill over here and actually see what changes were made, which is pretty nice. I'm definitely welcomed this change because I can't imagine how much time I've wasted going back and forth going, oh, but if I take this duration off and add a range mod, or if I do this, or if I go with a dual stat mod, or blah blah blah, how is that going to change my build up, or what is it, the mods that increase certain damage but then decrease another stat, the stuff like that. It's like, oh, how is that going to hurt my build, But anyways, I think that's a really nice addition. But let's take a look, first of all, at Hildryn. So I do have my own colors. I've actually set up 3 different loadouts in their own colors and kind of themes, so we will check those out in just a second. But I know a number of you have already seen Hildryn, and her color scheme is this kind of over here on the tab. Not really my style. So I ended up going with a color that looks a lot like, kind of like the base Rhino, which I always thought was pretty cool, so I went with that a little bit. And then I actually went with my other Rhino, which is white and blue. I kind of went with more of a tanky Hildryn that is themed around like that Rhino look, with this, which I think is pretty nice as well. I also switched the Sai and Anna up with this one to this Tenogen Sai and Anna. So, and then lastly is pink. Of course, we have to remind everybody that this girthy girl is in fact a female, and she's gonna rock that pink color. So looking pretty good, and the signature Sai and Anna that comes with her is kind of this jetpack looking Sai and Anna, which is pretty neat. I don't think it fits a whole lot of frames because of its bulkiness, but it definitely, I feel like, suits her fairly well. So that's how I have her set up, but looking pretty good. And her alternate helmet, of course, is the one with the 2 like pigtail braid type thing. So Pretty cool. I think I also have it on this build. Yeah, this loadout. So pretty neat, pretty neat. But that's not all. Hildryn, as cool as she is with her hovering abilities and all that good stuff, I also have, we'll come down here to my alternate tab, and Limbo Deluxe is now here, which this is the default colors. I have not experimented or played around with this deluxe skin whatsoever so far, but man, is this just I don't know, it's a little bit bulky, but the colors and like the neon kind of look I really like. I like kind of the drapey, you know, cloth-like feel to it too, especially because there's energy incorporated in it, and it's nice. There's two other things on this skin that you might be seeing that I haven't really mentioned yet, but one of which is the new deluxe kunai skin, which is now these like sentient playing cards, and of course Limbo's animation has him flipping them around, but you look at those things and those things are super cool. I absolutely love that aesthetic. That is it's just fantastic. I love it. Love it. And then of course we can't not talk about it, but the two-handed katana, the two-handed sword, that is just incredible. It looks so good. It's supposed to be Remnant's signature weapon, and I can definitely see hints of Remnant in there, but it also fits this Limbo so well. So well. But man, I'm so excited to get my hands on 2 or 3 of these katanas and put them on a number of my different builds. I mean, I have an Ash that wields a katana. Right now he's actually wielding the Zaw katana, but this would totally fit the Ash build so well. And just it looks so good. Not to mention it's the way it swings when you melee strike and stuff like that is like, definitely you can feel the heavy sword kind of aspect of it, but it looks and feels so good in terms of like katana, you know. But anyways, that's that. Looking fantastic. But what I'm going to do actually is let's head up into the simulacrum. And oh yeah, the other thing is too, both Hildryn has a dash animation a lot like Limbo's, which I just noticed as I dashed with Limbo. Let me show you real quick. Hildryn has like a glidey dash, which is pretty cool. She doesn't roll like some of the other frames. That's because of her ability to hover and all that stuff. But anyways, let's go back to that Nakana, and then let's just take a really quick look at it up in the simulator. Alright, one other thing that I did want to mention that I forgot to show you real quick is actually the new Sai and Anna that is themed around... actually, there's a couple new Sai and Annas now that I think about it, but there is one that is specifically themed around this new Limbo skin. So let's take a look at that. I'm pretty sure it starts with an S. The Quaro Sai and Anna is the next one we're going to take a look at. But yeah, there it is. A little bit more leathery. Its cloth is definitely, you know, a harder material, but definitely fits on with this this Limbo. However, it does hide a little bit, so I don't know if you really would like to put this on your Limbo to kind of hide a little bit of the detail, especially because that Nakana, well, the two-handed katana, does kind of sit behind that Sai and Anna, so it depends on if you want to hide your weapons back there. But anyways, looking really cool. I'm going to leave it on there, actually, but what we'll do now is jump out, and just real quick, I'm going to set on the invincibility, and I'm going to throw out just a few. Is he that's an ancient healer? Okay, why not? It's an Eximus, but it's okay. We'll throw out... Now they're all going to attack each other, but it is what it is. Throw out a Bombard, and we'll throw out a Corpus Tech, just so we can have some enemies to go fight. Corrupted Heavy Gunners, and I don't know, one of these guys. Why not? And we'll simulate that up real quick, just so we can take a look at this sword a little bit. So right off the bat, number one, melee 2.0, 3.0, 9.0, whatever. right off the bat, I'm just going to hit E, and I'm going to go into melee mode. And it immediately equips and keeps your melee equipped until you go and decide to maybe aim down sights, and it goes back to your weapon. Pretty neat. But you just have to tap E right back into melee mode. And it keeps you in melee mode so you can do all your counters and all that fun stuff. I don't remember pausing the AI on these guys, but you know what? It is what it is. So, just really wide, long blade. Reminds me of a Masamune, if any of you are familiar with that. That's two-handed sword. But we're gonna have at these guys, just, you know, going ham. So here's the charge slice. Oh my gosh, look at this charge slice! Just straight up knockdowns, all that good stuff. Ooh, look at that finisher though. Boom, finisher, get some. But very cool. So let's just go in all in, just tapping melee, tapping melee, tapping melee. Definitely large, kind of heavier swipes than a lot of the other weapons, but you can tell that with the staggers and all that good stuff, especially, look at that. Straight up knockdowns, just, it's crazy. So let's melee once, oop, that's a finisher. Let's get around front. Melee once and then go with a heavy. Look at, knockdown, insane. Right off the bat, heavy. Oh, keeps on doing those finisher moves. But, oop, boom. Crazy, it's insane. But okay, be done with your finisher moves. I'm not trying to show off the finisher moves. You just want to go melee ham on these guys. Looking just awesome. No, and it looks like even you can stagger them. Maybe this is yeah, is that intentional? Where you can stagger them into a finisher? So if you get them staggered just right and you execute a melee at the right time, you can potentially do a finisher, open them up for finishers, which would be interesting. I know that daggers now have the ability to kind of have a finisher move in the middle of combat. Yeah, I think that's a thing now. I think your melees can cause staggers, which can lead to finishers, which is really, really neat. I don't know if that's going to be popular amongst all melee weapons from here on out, or just some of the really heavy, you know, striking blades or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if it's intentional. We'll see in the future, but that's just a quick look at some of the new stuff we have in Warframe. Looking good. It's awesome. I'm excited. I hope you guys are as well. And that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you guys again in another video. Blow!